Today we are making a Greek Avgolemono chicken lemon soup. It's a silky smooth soup that comes together in less than half an hour, and it starts with a mirepoix. While I'm preheating my pot here, let's quickly go over the ingredients. We have the typical carrot, celery and onion. We need a bay leaf. We need about a quarter to a third cup of orzos. Of course, the shredded chicken, 2 cups of chicken broth. Then we need a whole egg and the lemon juice of about half a lemon. Of course, salt, pepper, or maybe something spicy if you want to go there. Add a little bit of oil to your pot and just sweat your carrots, onions and celery. I'm tossing in the bay leaf right away to let that impart a little bit of flavor. Of course, sweating is always good with a little bit of salt, so add a pinch of salt. Let this sweat for a few minutes. I think traditionally this would be made with rice. I chosen orzos because they cook a lot quicker. Of course, feel free to make this dish with rice, but then adjust the cooking time for a little bit longer until the rice is cooked. Here we go. I'm adding 2 cups of chicken broth. I go to high and bring that back up to a simmer. Once this is boiling, add your rice or orzos, depending on what you're using. Stir and let this simmer until the rice or the orzo are cooked. For rice, that's about 15 to 20 minutes. For the orzos, more around 10 minutes. About 10 minutes have passed, and I think my orzos are done. They're cooked. Very nice. We need a little bit of salt here. And of course, now it's time to add the chicken. Let this heat through for a couple minutes. Pull out the bay leaf. In the meantime, while the chicken is heating through, here's the egg. And you want to beat that as hard as you can. The recipe calls for foamy. I'm just going to whisk it while the chicken warms up. All right, looks foamy to me. Now we're going to add the lemon juice to that egg and keep mixing it. And then we're going to add a little bit of the broth to it to temper it. Otherwise, if we would pour it in like that, the egg would simply curdle and that's it. We don't want that to happen. We want the egg to smooth things out. The chicken has heated through. Before I add this, I'm going to kill the heat. Now I'm adding my lemon juice to the chicken. See, it's to the egg, of course, not to the chicken. Now see, this is kind of getting a little bit thicker. I'm just going to add a little bit of the broth while I'm whisking. Do this while whisking. Maybe a little bit more. So that way the temperature comes up. It's called tempering. And now at this point, we can just stir this into the soup. Again, the heat is off. You don't want to have scrambled eggs in there. Now stir this and pour this in. There's your soup. Do a final taste test. Could use a tad bit more salt. And maybe a couple grains of pepper. It's time to plate. Now, if you want to make this pretty, add a little bit of parsley to it. And there's dinner. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I will see you next time.